Good morning, class, and welcome to week 4. Once again, can we believe that we've gotten all the way halfway through the course? And without any further ado, before we get started with anything else, it's that time. It is the teacher's tip. Teacher's tip. So I'm going to give you a tip that will hopefully help you this week and help you for the remainder of the class to get the best possible score. So here goes. Now, for every one of you out there, I'm sure you've perhaps ran into a person or you've met someone, maybe a coworker, maybe a family member. Hopefully it's not you. That one person that no matter what the topic is, they seem to know everything about it. I mean, even if you're the expert at that level, all of a sudden, they're an expert too. And they're going to tell you all about it until you begin to ask specifics, until you begin to kind of drag them into deep water. And then what happens is the person, Mr. Know-It-All, kind of starts to fade away and they start to fade out into the conversation. And so what I'm asking this week is I'm hoping for none of us to fade away in our discussion post. When we drop that initial post, it's okay to have an opinion, right? Everybody has an opinion. I have an opinion. You have an opinion. Everybody in the class has an opinion. What separates your opinion is the fact that you're not just a know-it-all, but you're someone who's done the research, and you're someone who also has the experience to combine those together with the particular position that you take when you post your initial discussion post. So it's not just a general everybody knows this or nobody does that, because fact could be proven that maybe that's not correct after all. And so we want to start posting discussions at this level that aren't just opinionated but are actually well educated and thought out. So that's my tip for the week. You start incorporating that into your initial discussion post, and you should see them jump from being proficient to exemplary. So that's my teacher's tip for the day. Now, since we're in the area of discussions, we had a really good discussion last week discussing the power of Google, right? And many of us, brought the data mining into question as a source of power, and maybe others believed that it was Google's ranking system that could be persuaded, which gave Google power. Either way, I had kind of posed the question of what was it that really made Google powerful? I mean, perhaps it's a willingness of them to research and bring other products like smartphones or glasses and cars to the market, and plus the before mentioned tactics of doing all this search and having all this data really gives them a large platform and a footprint in our society, right? So now let's go on to this week. This week we begin working on Microsoft Excel. Excel Point 1 was the first spreadsheet product that utilized a drop-down menu with a point and click using toolbars and 3D charts and auto-repeated fields and interfaces for VBA developers for the purpose of remaining clear. So Google's purpose in the workplace now often includes the following. It can build charts, it can do conditional formatting, it can help identify trends, and consolidating traffic. Now, every semester, I have a few people who become admittedly nervous about Excel. Now, have no fear. I've included a few navigational links below to assist you if you wish to practice those before going into my IT lab. We also have a discussion about open source software. That's going to be a very good discussion. And while we discuss the pros and cons, I'll warn you ahead of time, like I said, let's try not to get caught up in the generalizations like everybody uses this. All of this software is that. After reading my feedback in your discussion post, we should all be familiar of some of the different things that I'm looking for. And I really want to see factual and researched information. And so, as always, I want you guys to have an awesome week. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and I'll see you in the discussion post.